This is the simple present discussion that's on page 6 of your book. And before we go into it, let's remember when we talk about subject-verb agreement, we're talking about how you have to use the right form of the verb to go with the subject. And in the simple present, the verb is always the same except when you're using he or she or it or someone's name, third person singular, then there's this S on it. So it goes, I work, you work, he, she, or it works, we work, they work. Have, it changes to has. The verb like go, I put ES when it goes to goes. It's a little spelling change. Another spelling change that happens is if the verb ends in Y, I change it to IES with he, she, or it. Okay, we use the simple present to describe general statements or timeless truth, talking about things that are always true. So I say most people need about 8 hours of sleep at night, as this is a general rule. Adults have 206 bones. This is everybody. Babies have 270 to 300 bones. As babies grow, some of their bones grow together. An apple a day keeps the doctor away is a saying in English to mean that apples are very healthy, or in general that fresh fruits and vegetables are very healthy. We use the simple present to describe habits or routines. I never get to bed before midnight. The class meets from 10 to 12. That means again and again every day. And we use the simple present to describe present states like I don't want to go, or my arm hurts. Okay, sometimes it can be difficult to determine the correct subject-verb agreement in a sentence. For example, when I have two subjects connected with and, that's a mistake I have to correct. Hold on just a minute. So if I have two subjects connected with and, my mother and father like it here. This is two people. And so I use the plural verb, not likes. I say like because there are two subjects. Okay, it can be difficult to determine correct subject-verb agreement where there's a prepositional phrase. That can be confusing. So the difference between us is hard to explain. The difference is the subject. Between us is a prepositional phrase after the subject, but this is how I decide what to use as a verb. I use is. Okay, the programs on television aren't very good. Here the programs are plural, so I use aren't. Here is subject-verb agreement when your verb is be. I am, you are, he, she, or it is, and we are, and they are. Sometimes it's difficult to determine your verb when you have this kind of subject, which is what we call an indefinite pronoun. Okay, and everyone really is a lot of people, but there is a rule that with indefinite pronouns, I use the singular verb. I say everyone is or does anything, even though it might be a lot of things I'm talking about. With indefinite pronouns, I use singular verbs. And here is a list of the indefinite pronouns. Something, somebody, someone. Anything, anybody, anyone. Everything, everybody, everyone. I use is, or I use the singular verb.